Hello students, this is Anjana from Computer Science Department. In this class we are going to discuss about the analysis of clocked sequential circuits. Now let's get into our topic. If you have observed about this analysis of clocked sequential circuits, if you have observed the whatever the circuit, if it is having both the concepts called input and output, so the outputs and the state of the clocked sequential circuit, it is a function of inputs at this previous stage. So at the previous stage, what are the inputs that we are taking? Here we are receiving, by taking that inputs, we are taking that one as a input and producing it as a output. So here the analysis of the clocked sequential logic circuit consists of the obtaining, first of all it has to focus on the stable table. It also we can say it also called we can also call that one as a transition table. Mainly consists of four sections, that is input, present state, next state and output. So here in the analysis of the clocked sequential circuits, uh, it is containing this following concepts called. The first one is state table. So at the state table we can say this state table as a transition table. It consists of four sections, that is input, present state, next state and output. So if you have observed this state diagram is a graphical representation of the state table. So a state is represented by a circle, and the transition between the states is represented by a directed line. So here at both the input and output values of the transition is put on the directed line. So if you have observed the state equation, it specifies the next state in the terms of the present state and inputs. So here the output equation is also described in terms of the present state and inputs. By this we can say that the stable table, the state diagram and the state equation, all these are the comes under the analysis of the clocked sequential circuits. If you have observed this analysis steps, uh, at the state output equation we are going to assign the variable names to the outputs. Whatever the output that we are having, at that particular output we have to assign the variable names to the input and output flip flops. At the For the flip flops we are having the both input and output variables. So for that variables we are going to assign the name here. So if we are going to determine this function, here we are going to take this input equations in terms of the input variable and the present state. So if you are going to determine the next state equation of the flip-flop using the FF characteristic equation, that is state equation, here there we are going to determine the circuit output, if any, in terms of the input variable or the present state. We can consider that one as the output equation. So by considering these two, both the input and output, here we are going to assign the variable names in terms of the input and outputs. So here the flip-flop function, the FF means here the flip-flop. So to determine the flip-flop input equation in terms of the input variable and the present state, here we are going to determine the next state equation. That is the next state equation of the flip-flop using the flip-flop characteristic equation. That is, we can say that characteristic equation also as a state equation. So from this we can determine the circuit's output, if any, in terms of the input variable. So that is at the present state or the output equation. So if you have considered this state table, it is a list of the binary combination of the inputs and the present states. So if you have taken this example of the state table, we have already seen that we have already said that it is a list of the binary combination of inputs and the present states. So here the list of the next state of the flip-flops and the output using the state equation and the output equation. So if you have taken the state diagram, here we are going to mark the flip-flop states, and there we are going to connect them with the directed lines. to the next state with the input and output values on the line. So at each row the stable each row of the stable table corresponding to a directed line. So here what is the state diagram? In that state diagram we are going to mark the flip-flop states, and there we are going to connect them with the directed lines to the next state with the input. So at next state at both at the input and output side at the values at the each line. So here the each row of the table corresponding to a particular directed line. So if you have observed this example here, this is a circuit that we are going to take an example. So here we are giving the input as x with two flip-flops. Here we are having two flip-flops here, and here we are having two outputs. Here from this we are getting one output, and this is the output A and this is the output B, and by this we are getting the single output y. Okay. Here the input to the flip-flops is ax. Here this is the end operation that we are going to perform here. So ax plus bx that we are going to perform. Why? Because a into x, that is the OR operation that we are going to perform here. So by using this characteristic equation of the flip-flop, the state equation is a of n plus 1. A of n plus 1 is at the nth stage, we are at the nth time, that is n plus 1 time, that we are going to get this ax plus bx, that is b of n plus 1 is equal to a bar of x. At this b of n plus 1, that we are going to get the output a bar of x. From this we can say that y is equal to a plus b or b into x bar. So in this example, if you have observed this circuit, here we are having two flip-flops. Here we are going to provide this input x. Okay, here we are going to provide the input x. By taking the input x, both and operation it is going to perform here, and means we already know that we are going to perform the addition operation by taking this input here. Here also it is taking this input here. So from this we can write the state equation as a of n plus 1 is equal to ax plus bx. So from this we can say that v of n plus 1 is as a bar of x. So from this we can write the output equation as y is equal to a plus b into x bar. So if we go for the next example, so we have already know, if we have taken two inputs, we are having the chance that is 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1. We are having the four chances of the input. So that is this is the x stage, that is in the form x in the form of 0 stage and x in the form of 1 stage. Okay, here if x is 0, if it is a and b is 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1. If x is 1, a is 0, a is 0, b is 0, a is 0, b is 1, a is 1, b is 0, and a is 1 and b is 1. Okay, so if you have taken all these examples here, from this we can write the state table as like this. So this is x and this is a and this is b. From this we can write this is 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0. This is the present state input. So if you have observed the next state here also, it is in the form of in the form of zeros, that is 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 0 1 0, like that. From this it will get the output like 0 0 0 0 0 1. That is, here we are going to perform the NOT operation here for that 0. Just like that it is going to get the output here. So if you have gone for the next slide, so these are the design steps that it is going to follow. So from the word description and the specification, we are going to derive a state diagram of the circuit. That is, from this we can say that it is going to reduce the number of state if it is possible. So from this we are going to assign the binary variables to the state such that it can obtain the state table from the state diagram. So from this we can choose the type of flip-flop. What is the type of flip-flop that we are going to use here? We can choose the type of flip-flop that we are going to be used, and we are going to fill the binary variables of the binary values of the flip-flops input for the each state, and at the transition by using the flip-flop excitation table. So from this we can derive the flip-flop input equation, that is flip-flop input and the circuit output, both the functions of the input are the present state variables. So from this we can draw the logic diagram by using the flip-flop input equations and the circuit operating equation. So at the both the sides, if you have observed, we can derive the input equation, and the flip-flop input and the circuit output are the function of the inputs and the present state variables. So from this we can draw the logic diagram by using the flip-flop input equations and the circuit output equation. So from this simply we can say that these are design steps that we are going to follow at this particular time. So this is a design example for the sequence detector. So design a sequence. If you want to design a sequence detector which detects 3 or more ones coming in the input line. So if it is getting more than one in the input line on the detection for the sequence, the from this it can generate the one. So if you have observed, the initial state is S0 and next state is S1, and that next stage is S2 and that next stage is S3. Just add that if you have considered this as 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1 like that. So if you want to take this as the initial state of the circuit, so if you have considered this initial state of the circuit as S0, if the input is 0, then we can say that the state is definitely unchanged. If the input is 1, then definitely the state changes to S1. That is 1 has arrived. Okay. And next one, if the state of the circuit is S1, if the state of the circuit is S1, if the input is 0, if you have provided the input 0, then that state changes to S0. That is 0 is arrived. Next one, if the input is 1, if the input is 1, that is that we are provided, then from that, if the input is 0, definitely the state remains in S2 itself. Otherwise, if you have provided the input to 1, then that state changes from S0 to S1 and S1 to S2. Okay. So here the state of the circuit is at this particular point. At this particular point, the state is S2. So at this state, if the input is 0, if the input is 0, the state changes to S0. So 0 has arrived. So if the input is 1, then that state changes to S3. That particular state changes from the two things that you have to keep it on mind is, if the input is 0, the state remains same. If the input is 1, the state moves from this stage to the next stage. Okay. So if the state of the circuit is S3, the input is 0, then the state remains to S3 itself. But if the input is 1, the state is unchanged. Just like that, this process will be continued up to the inputs that we are going to provide. Okay. So if you have taken this design example of the sequence detector, let us consider this input as X. To represent these 4 states, we are going to take the 2 flip-flops that are required. So let's the flip-flops that has to be used is two flip-flops that we are going to use, that is 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1. We are obviously, if we are going to use two flip-flop means the output will get the output that we are going to get is four outputs, that is 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1. So at the 0 stage, that is 0 0, if x is represented in 0, here the x is represented in 1. If the x is 0, a and b is 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. At x value 1, the a and b values is 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1. Okay, so at this particular time, the next state, that is from state 1 to next state, it is going, so the next state, the values will be same, that is 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 and 1 1, like this. So if the input conditions that we are going to take is that is at the enable table, at the truth table that we are going to get, that is 0 0, it is 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1. Just like that, it is as it is, it will be represented here. From this, from that, whatever the output that we are going to get, that we are going to represent it here. So this is the excitation table of the T flip-flop. So this is the output of the T flip-flop. At the 0 0 it is 0, 0 1 is 1 and 1 0 1 1 1 is 0. Just like AND operation that we are going to perform here, we are going to, but at the end operation at 1 1 we will get 1, but here that we are at the excitation table of the flip-flop T, here the value of 1 1 becomes 0. So we are going for the next slide. So this is the design example of the AND sequence detector. So here, if you are going to write, if you are writing the TA, TB and y as a function of x, a comma b in the sum of the products form, by using and simplifying by, here we are going to simplify by using the k-map. We have already know about the k-map. Sigma means the sum of the operation that we are going at the second place, third place and fifth place. So here we are having only three variables, that is x, a and b. That is the possible combinations that we will get is 2 cube, that is 8. 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, that is a possible combination we will get. So here this is the sum that we are going to perform here. So at the position 2 3 and 5 we are going to perform the sum. So there will get like x bar a and x a bar b, and next one is at the point 1 3 4 5 6, this is a possible combination. By solving that expression, this is a possible combination that we'll get, that is x bar b plus a bar b plus x b bar. From this we can by simplifying that expression we will get the expression like that is x or b plus a bar b, that is the expression that we are going to get here. So if we have considered this our output y, so the output of x a comma b is equal to, from that we can write the sum of sigma of 6 comma 7, that is x a. If you have observed the state detection and assignment, here the state detection aims to reduce the number of flip-flops by reducing the number of states. So while keeping the input relationship unchanged, this is the present state, that is A, B, C, D, E and E, F, and this is the next state and this is the output. Here the x value is 0 and x value is 1. Here the output also, here the x value is 0 and x value is 1. Okay, that is here if it is in present state the value, the next state A and B. In the present state, that is it is the B value. Here it is C and D. At the present state this is C value and it is A and D. In the present state at E, that is it is in the stage A and F. In the present state F, it is in G and F. So in the present state G, it is in A comma F. So by simply observing all these things, we can came to an idea that A B up to A B C D E F G, that is 7 possible combinations, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, 7 possible combinations that we are going to draw. 0 0 at A to B 0 0, A to B 1 0, B to D 1 0. Just like that we have drawn this state reduction relationship here by taking both the input and output values here. So in this next step, here we are going to find the equivalent state in the reduced state table, and we are going to remove one of them. So here at the if the two states are equivalent, if they give the some set of output, go to the same state or the equivalent state for the inputs. So at the state E and G, if the state E and G are equivalent, the row corresponding to G is removed in the table, and the particular G is replaced by E elsewhere. So these are the present states, and this is the next state, and this is the output. So this is the present state, that is A, B, C, D, E, F. This is the present state, and this is the next state, that is from this from A to A, A to B, A to C, A to D. Just like that, it is going to transfer from the one state to the another state. So this is the step 3. In this step 3, we are going to repeat the step 2. If any equivalent state is found again, suppose if it is finding any equivalent state, from that we can say that it got some equivalent state. So from this we can draw to the next step. So from this, the state D and T have, if the state T and T are equivalent, the row corresponding to F is removed in the table, such that, and the state F is replaced by the automatically it is replaced by D elsewhere. So this is the present state, and this is the next state, and this is the output. Okay, these are the process that we are going to find out here. So if you have observed this one, the state reduction assignment in the last steps. So from the last step itself, we have said that we are going to repeat the step 2 if any equivalent state is found again. So at the state, if the state C and E are equivalent, the row corresponding to E is removed in the table, and the state E is replaced by C elsewhere. So if it is a present state, at the present state we are having the values A, B, C and D, and in the next state we are having the values 0 0, 0 1, 0 0, 0 0, 0 1 and 0 1. This is the output that we are going to get here. So at the step 4, if there is no equivalent state found, the state reduction is going to complete here, and there we are going to assign the binary values. From that binary values, we are going to take some normal values here. At both A and B, we are going to apply the values here. So by considering all these steps here, we are having mainly we are having the 4 steps. Step 3 and step 4. At this all these steps, we are going to consider these values. So finally it is reduced to the diagram as shown in the figure, which is having the 4 states, that it is going to require the 2 flip-flops. If it is having the 4 states, obviously it is having the 2 flip-flops. Okay.